The sub isn't as present as I want it to be type shit.
Yeah, type shit.
So nonchalant, man.
Are you from Florida originally?
Philly.
Philly, all right.
Yeah,
I heard the type shit. So
yeah, I'm too chronically online.
What's up, Jesse?
How's it going, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Thanks for showing me your local spot.
Oh yeah, totally.
Good to be here.
Yeah, let's get some coffee.
Let's do it.
Hey, how's it going? Can I get a large iced latte with almond milk and vanilla as well?
Yes.
Ooh, can I get a slice of banana bread?
Yeah.
Can I do a chai latte, please?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you, man.
No, stop.
No, actually, I got you.
Nope, I win. Let's go.
Thanks, man. I like your signature.
Yeah, no one checks this.
Can I get an autograph? We're at Companion in Venice Beach.
Oh yeah.
Is there a story behind this place?
Full disclosure, I actually just moved to the area, so I'm kind of naive to like what my totally favorite spots are. But a lot of my friends know like the type of vibe that I really like, and a handful of people were like, "Yo, you got to check this place out."
Is this like your routine breakfast spot? Cafe
No, it's actually my
spot?
first time here.
Oh, seriously?
Like low key, yeah. So like I just moved here, and like a bunch of people recommended it.
Yeah.
And I fucking love like little cute coffee shops.
Yeah.
So
I like the vinyls.
I walked in and immediately I was like, "Oh yeah, everyone's right. Yeah, totally."
Have you ever DJ'd with vinyls?
I have.
Is that your thing?
No, it's hard.
Is it hard?
It's really hard. Well, because you have to like, if you want to do a blend, you have to continuously beat match like the whole time.
Yeah.
So we're like in digital format, things will like lock into place. Where on vinyl, you have to continuously make like tiny little micro adjustments.
No. So we'll stick to the CDJs.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah. And there's
all right.
like, and the other thing that's tricky is there's zero visual indication of anything. You like 100% have to use your ears, and the only way to set cue markers is to put little stickers down on the vinyl.
We'll just
So
stick
it's
to
a whole
the
thing.
we'll stick to the hotkeys. Yeah. Let's talk about your upcoming album,
Oh yeah, I'd love to.
Fibonacci Part 2, Infinity, that comes out in 15 days, 9 hours, and roughly 44 minutes. Roughly. I did pre-save it on Spotify.
Thanks, man.
So you built a world using mathematical concepts, your past albums, fractals, tesseract, now Fibonacci. Can you tell us like how those concepts have evolved with your music? What it means? Is tesseract mean? Is that a Avengers term?
Totally.
No, I'm just joking.
I really have a habit of kind of like, I like to theme my projects around the things that fascinate me the most. And I've always like literally since as long as I can remember, I've had some like just total fascination and epiphany with like quantum physics and like sci-fi term type shit. Not even sci-fi, I've just been obsessed with like higher dimensional theory. Anything where Neil deGrasse Tyson is narrating, you know, or Carl Sagan
And
is
I will
narrating.
listen,
Exactly.
even
like
if I don't understand it.
Yeah, like Pale Blue Dot, I would read like Michio Kaku books about like the fabric of space-time, and I was just so obsessed with it. So Fractals was my first real like entire large project album attempt. And Fractals really, as far as naming it, was kind of representative of a lot of those concepts. Tesseract was like, I always knew I was going to name something Tesseract because I've always been obsessed with Tesseracts because it's a 4-dimensional cube. So I kind of was like, I'm going to name something Tesseract one day, and that's what that was.
Wait, that's sick. Can I see your tie?
Yeah, totally.
That's
so
dope.
it's a 2-dimensional shadow of a 3-dimensional shadow of a 4-dimensional cube, and I'm just like obsessed with that concept. And then so Fibonacci, like the golden ratio, the math equation that explains like all of reality or all of nature. In this instance, that kind of ties in a sense where like this project is representative of like every single thing that I want to do, or every single part of my project that I want to express. So it really is like an all-encompassing thing. So like, yes, there's like heavy, high-energy dance floor moments. There's like introspective, thoughtful things that'll be emotionally compelling. There's experimental stuff where I have no idea what I'm doing, but I think it sounds really fun, and it was really fun to make.
And
so,
is part 1 kind of different than part 2, or is it like a continuation?
So I think Fibonacci as a whole, because Fibonacci to me really means an equation that is every single thing. So the album as a whole is, in a sense, every single thing that I currently can do or know how to do. It's my entire project summarized into one album as conclusively and cohesively as I possibly can, with part 1 being a little bit more dance floor oriented, a little bit more heavy and high energy. Part 2 is definitely more introspective, maybe a little bit melancholy at times, and is more meant to like almost be like sat down and listened to in headphones in a sense.
Okay. So instead of like going to a festival and listening to
Yeah,
it?
but I mean a lot of them them are totally like festival friendly songs,
Yeah.
but I think the Fibonacci-ness of it is that it's all encompassing of everything, you know, and I want to, because there's just so many things I've learned over the years that I want to show and do. And
Are you making this music like more for your own enjoyment, or are you doing it for others? It's like
Yeah.
what you love to do?
Totally, yeah. As my career has gone on, I've both been really fortunate to, you know, take more risks, but then also found the confidence to take more risks.
Yeah.
And then also have just come to the conclusion that risks are completely necessary, you know?
I feel like that's like kind of a reason you're so successful is I feel like you took those risks
Thanks,
and like
man.
thought outside of the box.
Yeah.
And I mean, that kind of goes into my next question. How do you go about like transcending genres in your music? Some people put you inside of a box. I mean, personally myself, I feel like you kind of break all those barriers of a box.
I try to.
And I feel like that's why you're successful.
So much. So my number one thing is learning. Like I just love learning new stuff. So I'm in a perpetual state of wanting to learn how to make new genres. There's also a big element of I want to prove that I can do everything in a sense. So I want to learn how to do it, and then I want to prove that I can execute it well.
Is that like components within dubstep, or is that like house,
Everything.
techno, tech
I think it's
house?
everything, because honestly, at the end of the day, like I really love everything. I always have loved everything. Like my original entrance, my first like extreme obsession was like UK dubstep in like 2000.
Garage?
Like UK garage,
Garage.
like the early like Croydon, South London, Big Apple records, like 2005 through 2009, like Scream Banga, Koki, Lofa, all that shit. But I also loved like Pendulum, Deadmau5, like every lane, everything. Although dubstep was the first thing that I really learned well and I really got a hang of it, as I've grown, everything is so enticing and so interesting. And so as my project grows, as I want to expand the vision, as I want to world build and develop it, it kind of all just goes in that direction
So
of
that's
like, let's make it bigger, let's make it grander. I want to learn more and get better at this forever.
And I feel like that's what Fibonacci Part 2 is all about. That's awesome. You're kicking off album release with 6 sold-out shows at the Shrine.
Let's go.
Congrats.
Thanks, man.
I mean, at this point, like, what show is not sold out? I don't know.
It happens.
What can we
man.
expect at these shows?
You know what's so funny is, so like at first I was planning on like having kind of a system for how I was gonna like maybe like repeat certain things and stuff, but as I prepare it more and more, it really is looking like it's gonna be 6 completely different sets. I have so many songs from over the years.
You're saying I need to like go to all six
You
shows?
might need to.
Okay.
You might, because I just like that's what I like. At some point, Ableton replaced video games for me, so I just make songs. That's just like what I do all day, every day. So now, because it's been like 15 years of that, oh my god, I have like 400 songs. So I need like 6 entire shows to get to all of them. So
Yeah.
that's really my goal, is to play every single thing.
Wait, I
at
love
least
that
once.
though. They're like kind of giving you the opportunity to showcase.
Yeah, it's like an
400
eras
songs.
type situation. I mean, it's definitely gonna be really high energy. I'm gonna try and have the new album like in every night as much
Yeah.
as I can, but I also want to delve into the discography and have everything.
Do you have like certain featured artists on your album coming up that you can like talk about?
So I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we have at least one guest every single night.
Okay.
At least one.
At the shows.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about
and-
the album? Is that
Yes.
all? Okay.
Totally. Oh yeah, we haven't announced the track list yet. Nobody knows. Yeah, there's a
Nobody
bunch of
knows.
there's a bunch of cool people on it. I'm
Okay.
really excited.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of 400 songs, there is one song I heard at Cyclops Cove that I really, really want to inquire about.
Okay.
Pills, Gucci Mane, Flip.
Oh my god.
Played it at Cyclops Cove. I was there.
Oh
in the
my
crowd.
God. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so good.
Thanks.
It was
Oh,
so
man.
good. And I have a video on my phone. Any way you could find that song?
Yeah, totally.
Send me a little sample.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll literally
That'd be
just send it
sick.
to you, because
That'd be
like
so
that's one of
sick.
those things that's like I'll probably never finish it. I'll never get it cleared, so
Yeah.
I'll literally just send you the Dropbox so you can listen to it in your car. That was like a just passing the time, having fun with
so
Ableton
good.
little thing. Oh, thank you so much. I think I made that on a bus. I remember being really into that song that day. I mean, I want to listen to this song, but I also want to play with Ableton right now. How can I do both of them at the same time?
Yeah.
And then it just ended up as me goofing around with that song in Ableton, and then eventually I had something I can hit export on. I never expected to play that in it, like fully never planned on playing that out ever. And then I had a friend of mine, Stephen Ridgway, who was like, dude, you gotta play that. Like, I love that. That gave me the courage to
So
play it.
sick.
So it's really serendipitous that that's one of your favorites, because that really very close to no one ever hearing that ever.
I don't know that I've heard it like outside of that.
Definitely,
but
I've played it like
really good
once
song.
ever. Like I've played it less than 5 times, and unless you have my computer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well,
wow.
maybe I'll get my hands on your computer one day. But
Totally.
When you create a song like in Ableton, when do you know that it's perfect? Is it hard for you to know like when to stop?
Yes.
Are you in like constant pursuit of that?
Yes,
perfection?
and that's literally one of the greatest challenges that I think probably most electronic music producers would relate to, is that there is no magical bell that goes off when the song is done. My dream VST, my dream Max for Life. Oh,
Sweet.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh man, cheers.
Cheers, bro.
You thought I was rambling now.
No, let's go. I'm down to ramble.
One of my favorite quotes I heard recently is, you never finish a song, you just stop working on it. I think deadmau5 said that. It's so true.
Yeah.
Some songs, the inspiration just hits so hard and you're so excited about it. I have songs in the past like Opus, the Crystallized remix, honestly. Like that was done. I knew it was done. Thank you.
I love you once, do it twice. I love my teardrops, they all bring to life.
And then there's other songs where like I'll literally have like a full-blown psychosis, OCD, spiral. Space-Time, there was over 1,000 exports on Space-Time.
Crazy.
There was over 1,000 exports on Alien Communication. 2 of the songs on this album, there was like a several-day spiral where like there was something in the demo version that was just this one particular way. Every time I hit export, I couldn't get it back to exactly how I thought it needed to be. So yeah, it's really easy to go totally insane finishing music. I think it's one of the most difficult parts of the process. The easiest thing is starting a song, and the hardest thing is finishing.
And like, what's the longest you've taken to, compose a song versus the shortest?
The shortest, one sitting, 2 and 5 hours would be the shortest songs I've made. It's crazy how those are oftentimes some of the best ones.
Yeah.
There's been collabs where like it literally, we'll be passing back and forth ideas for years before really diving in on something, but like then once we finally dive in on it, we'll like bang it out in like 2 or 3 days. The Elenium collab we worked on for like almost a year.
Shout out Nick.
I would say most of the time, you really do get the bulk of the idea out, in like 1 or 2 sittings.
Mm-hmm.
And then, even though it's the remaining 20% of the song, you'll spend 90% of the
longest
time,
portion.
yeah, just like obsessing over this snare doesn't feel right, this groove isn't quite as strong as it could be, the sub isn't as present as I want it to be type shit.
Yeah, type shit.
So nonchalant, man.
Are you from Florida originally?
Philly.
Philly, all right.
Yeah,
I heard the type shit. So
Yeah, I'm too chronically online. Also, if you want some,
dude,
totally go for it.
Mind if I go in?
Yeah,
on this?
absolutely.
Banana bread at work.
Banana bread at work, dude?
So now that we have our banana bread, our chai latte, our ice latte, I have a couple rapid fire questions called Discourse.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Best fan interaction / best gift you've ever received?
I've gotten some extremely insane gifts. There's been people that have given me scrapbooks of like pictures from every show that they go to, and like they have all the friends that they make sign all the Polaroids that they take, and it's just like this massive like library of memories and just like unbelievably sentimental shit where like they've just made lifelong friends, and it's just so impactful. Anytime someone tells me that my music has helped with like depression or anxiety or things that they're going through, to me that is a gift. That is like the number one, like, oh my God, that is just like so touching. And
Well,
I'm
they
just
say
so
like music is healing.
yeah,
For sure.
that is one of my favorite things. I've got some crazy stuff. I got like a giant wrestling belt with like a spinning logo. It's like big, heavy metal. I've gotten some crazy like figurines, Yeah, I've gotten definitely some crazy stuff.
It's cool like when the fans show love like that.
Yeah, it's surreal.
So your wife, Love, best advice for a happy wife, happy life?
She's correct. No matter what, she is correct about everything. And she is. That's the crazy thing though, is like she is right about everything. So it's really just remembering that she's right about everything. Yeah.
Leveltronics.
Yes.
It's pretty sick. I saw you guys played a show.
Yeah, EDC Orlando.
EDC Orlando.
Yeah.
Should have been there. It looks sick. Song that you couldn't get out of your head this year. One of your own and one of someone else's.
Crystallized was in my head for a while.
I literally wrote that down.
Yeah,
I can't
Crystallized
get
was in my head for a
Crystallized.
while. But there's 2 specific songs from the album. Antidote's been in my head for like since making it. By a Thread gets stuck in my head. Infinity gets stuck in my head really bad. Really good. And then I really love the new Tame. Like End of Summer keeps on getting stuck in my head.
You're not like constantly listening to dubstep all the time.
No, I listen to a bunch of stuff. I wish I could like pull out my phone and like go through my Spotify, because it really is like a bunch of random like one-off type stuff.
There's Leveltronics, there's Grizztronics. What other like artists have you not collabed with? Is there like a Skrilltronics?
Oh my God,
coming
I
out.
wish. Yeah, that'd be sick.
Subtronics.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. I'm so collaborative and I really love working with everyone, and I just look up to anyone that is talented in their craft, you know? I'd love to work with any of those people so much.
Nictronics.
Yeah, totally. Or I think we call that one Illtronics.
No. Iltronics.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Nictronics.
yeah, both of your names are Nick.
Nick
That's so
Squared.
funny.
Best John Summit back-to-back memory. Subtronics.
Honestly, one of my favorite memories was after Forest.
Electric Forest.
Yeah, this was like a while ago. It was after my Forest set. Like, okay, so the context here is Forest this year was all storms and it was all mud. There's like no vehicles back there. There's no cars or anything. So we get off stage and there's a limousine. I don't know how they got a limousine into the equation, but it's like a mud-covered limousine. And it was like me and John and everyone just piled in, and we drove over to the Renegade where we did the afters. But I just
so
remember
sick.
thinking like, what is happening right now that we're like in a limousine driving through the muddy forest with like 1,000, it was a crazy thing.
I love that. John seems like such a cool dude.
Dude, he's so nice.
Yeah.
He's like the most down to earth. I cannot say enough nice things about him. Like he's a real ass dude. I like him so much.
Shout out Crystallized, your new remix. What's the best bass remix of the year?
Oh, the Taki New Light Nero one.
Yeah, so sick.
Honestly, anything Taki New Light or Hamdi does, I really loved those two. I'm totally blanking, of course, because now I'm like hyper caffeinated. There were so many good remixes. That one Faizo remix of that Sudden Death song. It was a different whip before called Hell. Now I think it's the Maids of Punishment remix. That's really good.
Are you a Void fan?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, I've been friends
So
with Danny
sick.
forever.
When you're not Subtronics, not on stage, what's the most un-rockstar thing that would absolutely disappoint your fans? Maybe not disappoint, but like what's the
Surprise?
most un-rockstar thing?
I pick up a lot of dog poop. Well, no, so I pick up a lot of dog poop, and I got a really fluffy dog, so I spend like an unfortunate amount of time. I'm gonna lower my voice because we're in an eating establishment. I have to give her trims often after she goes to the bathroom. It doesn't go so well sometimes.
That's pretty un-rockstar. I
Yeah, it
must
doesn't
say.
go so well sometimes.
Alright.
So we got to give her a little haircut if you're catching my drift. Yeah.
What's changed the most about Jesse as a person since the early SoundCloud days?
Emotional maturity and like emotional stability.
How old were you in your early SoundCloud days? Because you've been doing this for like 15 years, right?
Yeah, I must have been like 21, 22. I mean, I'm definitely still like a little neurotic mess, and I overthink everything, and I'm anxious about everything all the
You're
time.
more emotionally aware. around this.
Yeah. I've been through a lot of situations and like seen how the tape gets played out. So either certain things that used to make me really anxious don't make me anxious, you know, because it's like, oh no, I know it'll be fine. This has happened before and it's fine. And then also like I've definitely grown up significantly, like as just like an adult and as a human being. I think I've become a lot more emotionally mature and emotionally intelligent as I've grown up. And that's thanks to Sonia, honestly. I really do think like Sonia's helped me grow up into being just like a functional adult.
Happy wife.
Yeah,
happy
exactly.
life.
But even then, like I'm a late bloomer, I'm neurodivergent, so it really like I was always worried about like, am I gonna be able to grow up, you know, and function in society? That's like I have grown up into like an actual adult now who does his
Nice.
laundry and stuff. I've always actually no, I did my own laundry
I still have
early.
a problem with that.
Yeah, that's a terrible example. I was pretty good about doing my laundry early on.
I have some live show questions. You have a massive Coachella debut, 2026. It's cool to see like dubstep, the genre itself,
Crazy.
becoming like. I mean, I saw the percentages. Is like the EDM is like 45% of the lineup this year, or like 35%, and last year was 25%. Super cool that you like played such an iconic festival. Like, what does it mean for you?
I genuinely can't believe it. And I would literally, not to glaze, but like I would circle this into the whole thing of surrealness, because like when I started, I literally just wanted to learn how to sound design. I was like, oh, that's a crazy noise. I want to learn how to make crazy noises and get good at it. And that was the only goal. I never thought anything past that. And then at one point I was like, it'd be cool to like make a few songs and like to be sort of known in the Philadelphia area as like a guy who makes dubstep and knows a lot about dubstep. Like with that, I'd be happy. That's really at its core just the whole thing. So the fact that all of this has happened is so beyond surreal, so totally insane. Like I am thrilled if I can keep a roof over my head from just turning knobs all day, you know, like that's the goal. So to play Sphere,
Professional knob turners.
yeah. So to play Sphere, to play Coachella is just like so truly never in my wildest dreams would I have predicted that anything would have gone this far. I mean, even the genre that I come from, when I first started doing it, there was like less than a few hundred of us total.
That's what I'm saying. The scene has changed so much.
Yeah,
It's
like
crazy.
dubstep was kind of popular at the time, but like our lane of of dubstep, whether you want to call it like whatever you want to call the quarter note SoundCloud underground community of 2017 onward, there was like 200 of us, you know what I mean? And the only people doing it were the people making it. And then suddenly there was kids listening, and then it grew and grew and grew. And it's just so surreal, and I just don't, I mean, I'm really grateful.
And it's cool that you're like the pioneer, like amongst others.
There's so many, and I'm so grateful, and because at its core, like that is my goal, is to pioneer stuff, but at the same time, it's a community effort. I definitely hope to contribute.
You're doing a good job.
Thanks.
Yeah. This is your first major tour in 2 years. How does it feel to prepare for like multi-city run again, and what you've missed most about performing versus like, you know, the one-off festival dates?
Well, you know what's so funny is we really do play a lot of shows, and we really do like hit a lot of cities throughout the year. So it is always so like ironically a little disjointed, because it's like, oh no, I'm always playing, and then all the time like I'll have like a one-off show somewhere, and someone is like, how's tour been? And I'm like, oh, I'm not on tour, I'm just playing shows.
Like you kind of technically are, I guess.
Exactly.
It's just like without the label.
So for me, what's so special about it is when we're doing a tour like that, it makes the whole thing feel more cohesive, because it centers it around a piece of work. Where a lot of times when I'm just like playing shows, I'm just like doing an all over thing, where this is like really themed to this specific project.
And that's Fibonacci.
Yes.
Parts of it.
It's going to have a production that is cohesive and succinct with the whole, you know, the rest of the project. The tight tours like this, where we really advertise it as a tour, it gets really dialed in, and it becomes a really well rehearsed show. We just get locked in and firing on all cylinders, and I think like all the laser time codes get cleaner and better, and I really like tweak and perfect my set more and more, and I think it's really some of our best performances is when we're on tour, because we're doing so many shows in rapid succession. We're able to really fine tune it to like the absolute most perfect thing we can possibly put on.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna attend at least one Fibonacci
Let's
tour
go.
date. You just headlined the Sphere with Unity. How was that for you, like doing a venue like that? That is freaking insane. I mean, I saw video clips and I was so jealous.
I blacked out. I totally blacked out. Because my brain didn't know what to do with the information that it was being served. Like it was just like.
I saw like you were the first person to do play rhythm in the Sphere.
I think so. I don't know. Slander played some dubstep, but like I played like Pass Out. Like shout out Subtronics. I played like textbook songs. I mean, I was doubling them, or like shout out Warlords.
But Shivers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shivers in there?
Like I was like there were pits and I was chopping.
That's so sick.
I had 3 decks
First
playing
pit
quarter
at the
notes
Sphere?
at once. And I was like, I think this might be the first instance of this in this room. Unbelievably surreal. That's a phenomenal example of never in my wildest dreams, you know? Nor was
it's
it
like, what comes next? Like after all, the Sphere, Coachella?
Chronologically speaking, Coachella does, because,
it's all up there.
Yeah, I don't know,
congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, you've gone from being a prominent niche underground, main stages globally. I saw you did a show in Japan too, speaking of that. That was my favorite country, by the way. What was the most pivotal moment or change that facilitated the growth and allowed you to reach like an audience as far as Tokyo? And
I think it's the internet. You know what's so funny is when I first started, the first shows I ever played, like as a dubstep guy, was in Paris, Australia, and Montreal. So I think the internet, specifically globally, has always been really tapped into like the most cutting edge wave of new music. And at the time, what I was doing in dubstep, I still like to think what I'm doing now, of course, cutting edge. But that was really when that community started to break. All the internet nerds from around the world were totally tapped in. So I was able to go play those places, and like, you know, the internet nerds, all 300 of them in Perth, all collected, you know. And Tokyo really felt the same, you know, and Osaka really felt the same, where it's like whenever I'm traveling internationally, I notice it's definitely the more hardcore fans that are they've been following online for a really long time. That's a big one.
It's such like a special treat for them, like for you to go cross country.
And so many of those kids have been following for a really long time and have been like wanting to see the show for so long. And I get requests for much older music when I go international a lot of the time.
Like your classics,
or even like pre-classic stuff, like before
the
pop off.
subreddit, the SoundCloud days.
Before things really started to pop off, I'll get requests from like that era a lot. Japan is one of the craziest crowds on the earth. They have so much energy. They know every song so well. They're excited for the VIPs. They can tell when it's a VIP, you know, type shit.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for keeping people inspired.
Oh man, dude, thank you.
If you know, you know.
Yes.
Thanks, Jesse.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.